Hey, what's up, y'all? This is LaGojiLupus. Say hi to Lady Mal.
Hello.
And say hello to our messy room. Alright, I wasn't going to do another one of these until next week or so because, it's Lady Mal's vlog, not, you know, I'm not Snoop Dogg to her Dr. Dre. No, I'm more like Eminem to her Dr. Dre. Alright, I appear every once in a while, help boost the ratings, shit like that. But there was something that has happened in the news recently that I felt compelled to talk about. Hold on. Alright, what I want to talk about is the move by the Joint Chiefs of Staff and Congress to remove the exemption upon females in combat roles. I am a former U.S. Marine. Well, I'm still a U.S. Marine, medically retired, all of that. More to the point, I'm an infantryman, which meant they're talking about putting women into my job, my former job. My response is good to go. All right. The Marine Corps has a credo: every Marine a rifleman. That's every Marine, not every Marine that has a penis or every Marine that lacks a vagina. All right. It's every Marine. It means that every Marine has the potential to pick up that weapon, go out onto the front lines, and fight. That's the way it goes. That's what our job is. It's what we're here to do. A lot of people can argue about, well, they can't physically do the job, or they're not emotionally able to do the job, or are we prepared to send our daughters into combat, into those frontline combat roles, or are we ready to let cohesion go straight out the window because of having mixed gender? My response is, you are a misogynistic fucking pig. Bottom line. Alright, we're talking about allowing women the opportunity to be truly equal in society. And part of that equality will be obtained by the fact that we are allowing women to go into pure combat roles. Giving them the ability to do so doesn't mean that they are going to flood the gates. After all, we're not seeing news reports daily of women clamoring at the Marine Corps office trying to file lawsuits because of the fact that they can't go infantry, or the same for the Army. We're not seeing that. We're just seeing that they want the ability to do it, which is their right under the Equal Rights Amendment. Let's bring something else up. Right now, ROTC programs across high schools and colleges are denied funding from the federal government, and it has to be subsidized by the Department of Defense because of the fact that they are not truly equal. Putting this into play means that they will have access to a lot more funding, which means a lot better trained military officers, which is a good thing. I think it's a phenomenal thing. It's something that needs to happen, but this is only a first step. Now, we're getting women into combat roles. That's good. We need to have, instead of lowering the bar for the physical requirements, the bar needs to stay the exact same. True equality means holding everybody to the exact same standard. The standards for the Marine Corps is high. Physically, it is demanding. Pull-ups, not flexed arm hang. Crunches, 2 minutes. 3-mile run. Then you get all the Marine Corps stuff, like the McCree, the Marine Corps Combat Readiness Examination, or evaluation, I can't remember, it's been like 13 fucking years. That's a 26-mile hump with all of your gear, weaponry, and ammunition. We're talking 100 miles. Well, we're talking 100 pounds for 26 miles. That's pain. That is a lot of pain. But you know what? Women can do it. Just like men can, because I've seen men that weigh 120 pounds soaking wet haul their ass through it. And I've seen men my size break down. It's not the size of the body, it's the size of the heart. And you try telling me that a woman doesn't have any heart and then try to get laid. This is a great first step, but it's not the end step. You want true equality? It's time to remove the exemption upon females for the selective service. It's something that has to happen. Because women want to serve in combat roles, they should be forced to sign up for the draft just like every single male. It's something that has to happen. Even though we haven't had a draft in 40 years, it still needs to happen. Mandatory service. It's something that every country except for the United States has. But we have this climber that if you sign up, you do 4 active, 4 reserve, or just 8 reserve. You know, having infantry doing that.
You know what that reminds me of? Service equals citizenship.
Yes, service equals citizenship.
I mean, not that I want to see that happen, but that's what it reminds me of.
But the bottom line, while this isn't a dominant submissive thing, I'm seeing a lot of this posted on FetLife where people are talking about, oh, true, women don't belong in combat roles. And it's just this wave of misogyny. And a lot of it's from many people that can't get laid to save their fucking lives. You can go through my feed and you can probably figure out who I'm talking about. You have to have true equality in the world just between male and female before you can even hope to have equality between the races. You can talk about money, you can talk about anything else. Bullshit. You got to start somewhere, and asking for there to be any sort of equality between whites and Mexicans and blacks, you can't have that until the white race is completely equal. This will help out on that. And when it comes to this pure equality in the BDSM scene, I do believe that by having society more of an equal, it will help enhance the BDSM community. Because having a Marine Corps infantryman that's a male as a submissive, every man's man while in uniform, and then every man's woman while out of it, it helps enhance the ideal. And I don't believe in this misogynistic, oh, well, we're not ready to send our women to war on the front lines. Fuck you. I'm sorry. No, this is the 21st fucking century. We're one of the few countries in the world that do not allow our women to do that. Why is that? You want to see some of the scariest fighters in the world? Go to Israel and talk to their female infantrymen. They're vicious. They are completely vicious. And you trying to say that whole, well, a 120-pound woman will not get the better of a 220-pound male. What the fuck are you smoking? Okay, what a woman generically lacks in size and pure muscle mass, they got on sneakiness. It means that they can snoop around being light on their feet, because you try walking around in high heels and not make a sound. Sneaking around where you got a bunch of enemy sentries around, and then they do the plant of the knife behind the third vertebra. Stab, twist, snaps the neck, instant death. It's going to be a lot sneakier, and it's a way to have our military a lot more competitive when it comes to that enemy sentry killing. So that's my personal opinion on it. If you don't like it, that is your opinion, and I serve my time in our military, so that way you cannot like my opinion. I believe in full rights of everybody. And while we're on that subject, let's talk about another full right. Should equal sex marriage be allowed? Yes, I'm going there, honey.
Okay.
Okay. Should equal sex marriage be allowed? Yes. It should. Some people joke about it. I believe it's fervently true. You want equal rights? Go for it. One of the biggest things that will help this economy get out of the slump it's in, gay bridal registry. We're talking some high-end shit. I mean, come on, when's the last time you saw a gay couple with no taste? I'll wait. Can't find it? No. Alright. Okay. Some people will get into that whole law in Leviticus, man shall not lie with man. Let's discuss that one for a second. Physiologically speaking, if a man has sex with a man, back in the olden days, we're talking about intestinal tearing. And in their lack of medical knowledge, you get a man bleeding from the ass in the desert, he's gonna probably die. And then with them being in the desert for 40 years, because yes, I am Catholic, I do believe it happened. You're looking more along the lines of the propagation of your race and species for the chosen ones of Israel. Therefore, if you have two men fucking each other and not having to worry about paying dowries or anything else, you're gonna have your race die out. So you have that whole man shall not lie with man. Well, you know what? Last time I checked, I'm not Jewish. If you want, I can show you the proof.
No, you can't show that on YouTube.
Fair enough. I'm not circumcised. But the fact is, all of that was subjugated when Jesus was asked, what is God's greatest commandment? What is God's greatest law? And he said, to love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, all thy soul, and all thy mind. What is the second greatest commandment? To love thy neighbor as you do thyself. Look it up. Hey, honey, can you have it pop up right here where that is in the Bible?
Yeah,
all right, thank you. Now, so that covers that. You want to be happy? You got to make sure that your neighbor is happy. And by allowing them to have the ability to be just as completely fucking miserable as the rest of us, I think that's awesome. Because I'm sorry, yes, gay bridal registry would be awesome. Oh, P.S. on that one. That whole law about homosexuality, that only applies to men. Look it up. Because the rule applies to men, not to women. And if you doubt me on that one, find the chapter and verse that says, woman shall not lie with woman, and post it. I dare you. You won't be able to find it. It only says man shall not lie with man. So God loves lesbians. But, okay, so we got part one. Gay bridal registry. It'll help solve our economy problems. Yeah. But now we get to part two. Couples break up. It is not equal in this society for a man and woman to have to go through a lengthy divorce and the man in the relationship to lose all his shit and have to start over again if the gays and lesbians do not have to do the same thing. That is discriminatory against us. When I got divorced, I lost everything except for my truck. And this was before I moved to the South. So what does that tell you? I am a good old boy, and I believe in gay marriage. The fact of the matter is, when a gay couple breaks up, they divide their stuff amicably. They have a house together, they figure out a way to do this without having to get the courts involved. Well, fuck that. Okay, if I had to pay money for a lawyer to get all my shit taken away from me, and then have to buy my shit all over again, and then be distrusting until I could find somebody that I thought might not use me, abuse me, and then throw me out on the fucking street to die, you know what? Gay men and lesbian women of America should have that inalienable right to be just as miserable as I was. Not to do so is disrespectful towards me and every other married man that has had to go through that shit.
Hey, married women have had to go through it too.
So, in summation, support women's rights by making them sign up for the selective service and get drafted. It's the right thing to do. And the other one, support gays' ability to get married so that way they could be miserable and dejected just as much as us straight people. Wow, I sound really bitter on that.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, that's all I got. Figured that was a cool little thing to end the month with. It's 2013. All the rules are gone because of the fact that the world did not blow up in 2012 like everybody was predicting that it wouldn't. It didn't go along with the rapture in 2000. When was the rapture supposed to happen? 2009?
I don't remember.
I remembered I was supposed to get divorced at that time. And I called my ex-wife's mom and said, well, the rapture happened and you're still here. Wow, aren't you just a fucking bigot? And hung up the phone.
Nice.
Y2K didn't kill us. June the 6th, 2006 didn't kill us. It's time to start trying something new because as Albert Einstein said, and this is our ending thought, insanity is doing the same shit over and over and over again and expecting a different response. We want to change the world. We want to do what's right for our bodies. Whether it's to choke my girl out while I'm fucking her from behind, slapping her on the ass and making her call me daddy. You know what? We need to make sure that everything is equal. So that way I can say, baby, you're my sub. Go to the kitchen and make me a sandwich. And she can say, bitch, I'm equal to you. You can go and make your own fucking sandwich.
I already say that. I'm kidding. I don't really say that. I actually did go make you a sandwich after some sensitivity training on how to ask politely.
Yes, I don't phrase it like that because I'm a dominant, but I'm not a fucking pig.
And you'd like to get laid again this year.
True. So, rate, comment, subscribe. I got a feeling that this is going to be epically... There's going to be some flame wars on this shit. Who knows? It might end up good. It might end up horrible. You know what? Fuck it. I don't care. Rate, comment, subscribe, all that shit down here. Deuces. Because if you don't like it, you get the 2 middle fingers. Bye.